Hi everybody, how are you today? I thought we'd do a nice mix, but with more of a sort of leaning towards a nice yin practice today. Because I think it's so nice sometimes just to take yourself onto the mat, not feel you're having to do any strength building particularly, just allowing the body to really do its own thing and just relax and really feel that nice lengthening, elongation of the muscles, and allowing for the joints as well, just to have time to open up and release. I think sort of more yin yoga is fantastic for a gentle warm up in the morning, or certainly a great practice before you want to go to bed at night. Certainly my yogis used to come to class would say that they would always have a fantastic night's sleep after yoga. So this is what I thought I would concentrate on today. Nothing too strenuous, but certainly sort of lengthening through. Alright, so I'd like to start off today's practice connecting in with the breath in Siddhasana. So let's bring our right foot out in front and the left one tucked in. So we're not tucking into our normal cross-legged position, we're bringing the foot out so it's got its own space, if you can see. I don't know if you can really see what I'm doing there. Right foot in front. And just place the hands on the knees, palms facing up. And just to start to connect into yourself, nice deep breaths. Remember, if your right hip is struggling with this position, you can always place a block or a couple of books on a cushion. In fact, I was going to say to bring a cushion into practice today, so if you want to put me in pause and get yourself a big cushion, that would be fab. Otherwise, just allow yourself to relax, bring the shoulders down. You might want to set an intention for your practice today, or just to give thanks for something that you're grateful for. And just think of something that you are grateful for and something that you love, and just notice how your body reacts and feels when you think of something that makes you feel good. Just taking your nice deep Ujjayi breath. Okay, open your eyes, well done. Alright, we're going to start off with in Siddhasana again. We're going to just slowly take our arms behind our back. Now, I'm not expecting necessarily to get into prayer position right at the beginning, so if you just grab your forearms so that you're sitting up nice and straight and the shoulders are back, okay? I want you to take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, come forward just as far as you're able. Don't be pushing anything, okay? I just want you to relax. Now, if you're really struggling with this, you can always bring your hands out and support your body if that right hip is just too tight and not allowing you to have your hands behind, okay? Now just take it really easy. Just allow that right hip to open gently. Continue with the breath. Keep the pelvic floor obviously engaged there, but you can allow your hips to relax, just to open up nice and gently. Now we've sat in Siddhasana, this will be quite a bit of the breath work to begin with, so we'll just take another 2 breaths here and we'll come up. 1 and 2. Slowly come back up. Okay, release the hands and then just swap the legs over. So now the left leg is in front, okay? Okay, take a nice deep breath in again here. You can bring the arms behind. Now, if you can, you might be able to get into prayer position at the back. That's great if you can, but please don't worry if not. Take a nice deep breath in here and we're just going to come forward. Again, just allowing that left hip to open gently. Again, you may put your hands out in front to support if need be. Okay? Just breathe nice and deeply. Only come down as far as your hip will allow, and don't lift the sitting bones off the floor. You don't want to roll over onto the knees. Nice and gentle. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Slowly come back up again. Okay, I want you to grab your cushion and I want you to take your legs out into a nice extended deer position. Okay, so right leg is in, left leg is out, and I want you to bring the cushion up onto the right knee, like so. So you're bringing the body around in line with your knee. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, I want you just to come down onto that cushion. Okay, I want you just to allow the left leg can come out a little bit further down if you want a little bit more of a stretch. And just bring your body down. Just allow yourself to relax. Now this is a lovely gentle glute stretch actually, and it's a nice way just to gently open the back. Okay, so just allow your body just to breathe down on the cushion. Breathing through. Just be aware of the different sensations in your body, whether you feel a bit hot or cold. If your body's resisting this, for many people will find this quite an easy position, but for some may find it's just a little bit too strong on the right hip, bringing weight forward. So just relax and try and breathe through. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'm going to gently push up and just take it nice and easy. I just want you to stay here on the fingertips. So you're lifting up and lengthening through the front of the body. If that leg is quite far back, you'll find that quite a nice stretch in there to the left groin. Just holding nice and steady. So it's a bit like a pigeon, but you wouldn't normally be on your right buttock with pigeon, okay? You wouldn't normally be like that. Because you don't want your hips to be sort of going over to the right. You want to be able to still keep that hip nice and facing forward. Breathing. 4, and 5. Okay, well done. Bring that left leg round. Okay, bring both legs out in front. Coming up just on your sacrum, and you come back with your core engaged. Okay, we're going to lift the legs up, and we're going to just hold steady, keeping it nice and strong. 1. So it's always good to do a little bit of core work, just to keep everything strong in there so that you're supporting your lower back. Okay, I'm going to come around a little bit so you can see the angle which I'm really holding my legs. Okay. Okay, keep it nice and steady, back nice and straight, lifting up in the chest. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, I want you just to cross the legs and try and keep the knees up and tucked in, feet off the floor. Keep it nice and steady in the balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Release the feet, grab the toes. Alright, again, keep that core nice and strong. Lifting the legs up with nice straight legs now. You might still have to bend your knees if your hamstrings are a bit tight, that's okay. Alright, you're just going to hold. Take your head back if you wish, but you might end up rolling over, so you have to really engage the core when you take the head back, because the head is a really heavy part of the anatomy. It really will put you off kilter there. Okay, 2,
4 and 5. We're going to keep going. We're going to take the legs out to the side. Keep the balance. Keep the balance. I know this is really hard. Okay, I do know this is really hard. You can obviously keep your legs bent, of course, you know, if you've got struggling with the hamstrings. But 2, keep it going, you're doing really well. 3, keep it strong in the core. 4 and 5. Well done. Bring the knees in, feet down, swivel round. Again, you want to take yourself onto the side there. Bring that cushion up onto the left knee. Keep the hips now, the tummy round to be in alignment with that knee. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, bring the body down and relax. Just allow yourself just to surrender to the posture. And sometimes when you're in these postures that are not too hard to hold, but you're taking your mind back to the breath, just observe the emotions that come up, the thoughts that come up in your mind. Just you might be processing something, or as you're deeply opening up your body, you can quite often release a lot of stuck emotions and stuck toxins, which often work on your emotional energy body. So a memory might come up from years ago that you've not thought about for years, and you just think, oh gosh, why has that suddenly popped into my head? Well, it might just be the fact that you've opened a part of your body that is releasing this particular emotional upset. Might be an upset, might be something you wish to remember, you know, but just observe what you start thinking about, you know, and if you feel that you just want to take yourself back to the breath to try and connect in again, that's a good way of doing that too. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the hands up and slowly come up. Remove the cushion. Okay, now I want you to slowly bring your legs back here into this position. Now I want you just to come into a gentle log pose. So bring that left leg so that it's nice and in line with the mat. Bring the right leg over. Now this is quite a difficult one. Okay, it looks easier than it actually is. Okay, so again, this is quite a hard one for the hip. So just take it easy. I'm not particularly good at this position myself. As you can see, my right knee is actually quite high. So this is actually quite a good one to open up hips. So again, you just want to be sitting up nice and straight. Now if you're struggling with that, you can take your cushion and kind of stick it underneath, just a little bit under your bottom. Alright, so you're slightly supported at the back. Alright, you might be able to hold this position for a bit longer than with a bit of support of a cushion under your bottom. Or a blanket folded is another way of doing that. And just breathe. Just allow that right hip to relax. Whichever, if your right hip, if your right leg's on top of the left, it'll be your right hip that you will feel this in. And again, just observe the breath. Just being aware of what thoughts might pop into your head. And 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Just release that right leg. Take it out in front, and the other one. Take a nice deep breath in. We'll come forward for our first forward fold. And again, don't be too hard on yourself. If it's a bit strong in the hamstrings, just go as far as your hamstrings are happy to allow you to go. Just take it nice and easy. Three, 4, Okay, well done. All right, so this time we're going to just finish off the log pose the other side. So we'll just bring that left leg on top now, and again, just take it nice and easy because watch your hips. Again, this is not always the easiest of positions. So just allow your back to be nice and straight, your shoulders down. You can do some shoulder circles if you wish at the same time as this one. If you need a wee bit of a distraction. Just shoulder circles. Yourself just to relax now, relax that hip and take some breaths. So if you find also you've got quite tight hips, you know, you don't have to be throwing yourself around the mat or doing really deep pigeons or lotuses to open up the hips. Sometimes just gentle stuff without too much hassle is just exactly what you need. Some sock gloves over my feet. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring that left leg out in front, but not quite as far as a Paschimottanasana. Just bring the feet together, soles of the feet together, about 1.5 feet away from your body. Take a nice deep breath in. Now you can, if you wish, you can bring us the cushion round here if you want a nice, just gentle down like so, or you don't have to have it at all, you can just come down as normal. But sometimes if you're doing a nice yin, you can just be a little bit more gentle on yourself and just allow yourself to slowly open the legs and the hips whilst resting on a cushion. Just take some nice deep breaths, allow your body to surrender and relax. Notice the little ways that your body feels, the little sensations, the wee kind of slightly annoyances that you feel in various parts of your body here, just as you're holding something. Just be aware as well that you quite often your mind runs away with itself. You're thinking, oh, you know, I'm spending ages doing this, I've got the washing to do, I've got email to send, or try and just put all of that out of your mind. I know it's really hard because when you're sitting like this, it's like, same with meditation, 101 monkey thoughts come into your mind. So just try and tell yourself, no, this is your time to do your yoga and allow the body to surrender. And don't allow the monkey mind to take control, the ego, which is the ego really, take over the practice that you're doing today for your betterment, so to speak, for your health. Just allow yourself to relax here. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Okay, slowly come up. You can remove the cushion for now. Okay, so now I want you just to come round and we're going to come up and we're going to just come into a nice bridge pose. So first of all, just take your hands onto your tummy there, okay? And I want you just to be observing of the breath, the Ujjayi breath. So allow the tummy to expand on the inhale. So inhale. Really see that dome of your tummy. I know it goes against the grain because we're always sucking our tummy in all the time, but allow it to expand. And then exhale. It will naturally go back towards the spine with the exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Okay, what I'd like you to do, before we do bridge actually, I want you to bring your legs right in, your feet right into your bottom, okay? Now, I want you to engage your core and I want you to lift the bottom up towards the ceiling. Hold yourself here, okay? Again, you can feel your legs have to work really quite hard to hold you in position, okay? So you just take your hands down. If you wish, you can bring your hands underneath so you really are on the sides of the arms here. So that's opening up your pectoral muscles, bringing the shoulders back, which is great if you've been sitting at a desk all day and you've got kind of rounded shoulders. So your feet and your arms and shoulders are really supporting you here. Okay? Again, breathe. Keep the bottom high. Higher you can go, the more work your legs have to do. I'm just going to try and hold this for a minute, okay? But again, of course, come down if that's too much for you. And if your shoulders become uncomfortable, then just come back to the normal position you'd be in with the hands flat. Okay? Right? So that's, you can also grab your feet if you wish, just to keep yourself in alignment. Keep that core engaged here. Really starting to feel it on the legs now. Building up some heat now. Just keep holding for a few more breaths. Good. You're starting to feel it in the legs? Yeah, I know. Who'd have thought? Okay, slowly. Another 3, 4, and 5. Come down slowly. Now, bring the knees to the chest because you have been doing a little bit of back bend there, okay? I just want you to rock out that back bend. How do you roll around here? Good. Okay, right, now bring the feet down a little bit further away so you are coming into bridge now, okay? Take a nice deep breath in and coming up again, okay? Now you can put your hands underneath your back to support yourself, which will also bring a slightly deeper curve in the back. Breathing through, keep the core engaged, just to support everything there in the centre. Nice and steady, again. Just keep that ujjayi breath going. Again, you'll be able to feel that in your legs as well, so you're generating some nice heat in the body using the big muscles. Nice and steady. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring yourself down, and again, inhale the knees up to the chest and just rock from side to side. We'll just take our time here. We don't want anything to be strained in any way whatsoever. You can bring the feet up now, of course, and bring the knees down towards the mat in Happy Baby. And just rock from side to side. Good. Doing quite a lot of deep hip opening stuff here, which is great. Okay. Alright, so we're going to come back to the centre. I want you to take the left leg down, but I want you to keep the right leg up, okay? Now, some of you might not be able to straighten the leg all the way up, so that's okay. If you're needing to keep a bend in the knee, that's okay. But grab the toe, okay? Now, I want you to engage the core, lift that left leg off the floor, just a few inches, okay? Now, I want you to take the left hand down that left thigh. I want you to lift your head, neck and shoulders off. Reach down towards that left toe of the left hand, and at the same time I want you to bring that right foot heading over your head, alright? Obviously not completely over. If you can do the splits, you might be able to do it, but not that far. If you've got a bend, again, don't worry, okay? Just take it as much as you can. Hold that core nice and strong. Breathe, because everyone holds the breath for this posture. Keep breathing, keeping it nice and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring the knees up together. Rock from side to side. Okay. Hold the left toe, right foot down off the floor a few inches now. Of course, if you can't do it lifting up a few inches, you can do it just like so, okay? Leg up, right hand round, you're reaching up now and down towards that right toe. Again, you can bring a bend in that knee if the hamstrings are really struggling. 1, 2, 3, doing really well. 4, and 5. Well done. Okay, brilliant. Knees up towards the chest, and again, just rock from side to side. Okay, so while we're here, we'll take the hands out to the side. We'll do a nice spinal twist. So engage the core, take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to take those knees down towards the floor. Just relax here. Breathe deeply into the back. Okay, 5, we'll go to 10 if we can, just allow the body to fully open. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Engage the core again. Remember, keep it strong up to centre. Take 3 breaths here at centre. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, deep breath in, and on the exhale, legs over to the other side. Again, just relax. You can close your eyes if you wish. Just breathe nice and deeply. Just allow that whole right side to relax. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come back to centre. Just rock from side to side. Excellent. Okay, now you can either rock up or roll over onto your side and come up. Okay, well done. Come round and onto tabletop. Okay. Right, and again, hands under the shoulders, knees hip width apart. Nice and gentle. Engage the core. We're going to lift that right leg up in line with the spine and the left arm up. We're going to hold it nice and steady. Just going to bring some more heat back into the body. 1. Try and keep the hips straight. So don't collapse over into that left leg. Okay, keep them nice and straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, back to tabletop. That's my dog. Obviously somebody's at the door. Take 2 breaths here. 1 and 2. Okay, left leg. Okay, and the right arm up. I'm going to keep it nice and steady. 1, 2. Keep it strong in the core. Reaching out with that hand. Keep it nice and strong in the leg. 4. This is actually an amazing posture for keeping a lot of strength in the glutes and the back, the legs. But it's not so difficult, you know, that it's a strain, really, but you can do it as long as you like if you can. What are we on? 60, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Well done. Come back to centre. Okay, I want you to grab the cushion again. We're going to give the feet now a little bit of work. I want you to come onto the balls of your feet. And I want you just to take the cushion behind you, okay? Like so. And I want you just to bring your body back on the cushion. Alright, so for some people, this might be quite hard on the feet. So don't do it for any length of time that becomes too uncomfortable. But I do want you just to try and sit up with a nice straight back, okay? And just breathe. 3, 4 and 5. Come forward again, because I know that's not always easy. Bring the toes down. 2 breaths, 1 and 2. Curl the toes under again, and then come back. So you can feel this is a nice stretch all the way into the calves, and the Achilles tendon, and the instep, as well as the balls of the feet. If you're used to wearing high heels, you might find this dead easy. 3, 4 and 5. Well done. Come forward. That is not an easy posture. Actually, it is not. Right, bring that all the way forward. Right, okay, so now we're ready. We're going to come up, obviously, into downward dog. I always like to bring a downward dog in every practice because I just love the way that it just opens up everything and brings a nice rush of blood to the head as well. So just pushing back into the heels, okay? Bring your gaze up. Now, if your heels are back, you can try and lift your toes off the floor a little bit. That just adds a little bit of extra dimension to the stretch in the hamstrings at the back. Don't worry if you're not anywhere near that, okay? It's a nice additional thing to play with. Breathing deep into downward dog. So we're bringing our chest down towards the floor, bringing the bottom up towards the ceiling. We're pushing back into the back of the thighs, bringing the heels down, externally rotating the shoulders, and just allowing for just the body to relax into downward dog. I love it, I love it, I love it. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Well done. Okay, we're going to slight bend in the knee and we're going to just walk the hands up to the feet, okay? Keep the legs bent here, take the arms, hands onto the elbows. I just want you to relax here. Absolutely relax, let the head come down. So you're resting your tummy on the thighs here. And just allowing everything just to relax here. Again, this is just a nice posture for your spine. Takes the pressure off the intercostal muscles with the weight not on them in that usual fashion. It's just a nice release, lets them expand a little bit. Just breathing through. 2. You might start to feel a little bit of a tingly sensation in your legs. Yep, it's all good. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is I want you to try and straighten your legs, alright? Now I want you to really take the hands out in front of you like so, as far as you can in this position. I want you to engage the core really strongly and I want you to lift the kneecaps up, okay, so that your legs are nice and strong. Because I want you to use your backs of your legs to lift your arms and your body up, okay? So keep the legs strong, the core strong. You're reaching out, you can really feel that strengthening the back, coming all the way up to the ceiling. Now come forward, bring the hips forward and the hands back.
Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, again, strengthen the legs, strengthen the core, reach the arms out slowly, slowly, slowly. Bring those arms down, again, towards the floor. Try and keep the legs straight, but if you need to bring a bend in, it's okay. Okay, relax here. Deep breath again, we're coming back up again. Again, legs are strong, core is strong. Reaching out, you can really feel your lower back having to work hard to lift you up. Again, hips come forward, hands come back, slight back bend. And then inhale, and as you exhale, come back down again. Again, you're reaching out, using your back and your core and your legs to lower yourself back down to the floor. Well done, to the ceiling. Alright, and again, see if you can try and straighten your legs this time. And just allow your hands to come down wherever they feel comfortable and your head coming back down again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Alright, come down into Malasana. We're going to bring our feet to the width of the mat, wherever you feel comfortable, to bring yourself down to that frog-like pose first of all. And just allow yourself to be comfortable here first of all before bringing your heels down and bringing yourself down into Malasana, into garland pose. Okay, and again, if you're really struggling to hold this position, you can grab the mat and keep yourself. So just allow yourself to relax here. Great hip opener this. And again, it's a nice lower back stretch as well, particularly if you've just done the last postures. It's quite nice just to lengthen all the way through the tailbone. Okay. Just relax. Just try and hold. It's a lovely stretch on the calves, isn't it? So if you've got tight calves, which I tend to, I do like this one. You should do it more often. It's a great hip opener as well. Fantastic. Alright, coming forward, okay, we're going to come forward and bring the legs up, bring the feet together, and ragdoll ourselves up to standing. Whoo! Take it easy. Take it easy. Alright, so you might have a little bit of a blood rush to the head, so just take it steady and see how you feel. Okay, we're going to take the right foot out and we're going to take the left foot back. Okay, we're going to come into Ashta Chandrasana. So we're going to bring ourselves down into a nice deep lunge, not in our warrior position. We're going to be on the ball of that back foot. Make sure you're nice and steady, keep the hips forward. We're going to bring the arms up. Keep it nice and steady through the core. Bring the shoulders down, raise the arms up, hold it steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the hands down. Bring the foot back into a warrior position. Take the hands behind, clasp the fingers, roll the shoulders down. We're going to come down again into humble warrior. I'm going to bring the arms up and over the head. Hold it nice and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release the hands. Bring them down. Bring your left foot back into and then back into a plank. 1, 2, keep it strong, the core member. 3, 4, and 5. Now, you can either go back into downward dog. Well, in fact, let's just go back to downward dog. It's easier to get into Ashta Chandrasana from downward dog. So let's go back into downward dog. 1, 2, we'll just go for 3, and 3,
Next inhale, bring that left foot up, come back into Ashta Chandrasana, the opposite side. Inhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Come back round, bring the hands round, shoulders down. Humble warrior, bring that right foot into the warrior position. Bring the hands up. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring the hands down, back into plank. Hold it steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring the knees to the floor. Okay, now we're going to spend a little bit of time. Now, you can do it with your cushion. Okay, if you want. Quite nice to do it with a cushion actually. Bring your cushion underneath your bottom. You can do it with a couple of blocks or a block or a few books. I'm just going to sit in what's called the saddle. Alright, Virasana, otherwise known. Alright, so make sure your legs are just to either side. So if you're sitting on a cushion, it's a little bit easier for everybody who find this, particularly those who find this uncomfortable on the knees and the ankles and the feet. Okay, so I just want you to roll the shoulders back and down. And just try and relax in this position. If you're sitting on a cushion in the middle there, it should be less difficult to do than if you didn't have one at all. Right? So you should hopefully be able just to sit here. And I just want you to examine how you feel in your knees and your ankles. Okay? Some people might find this quite difficult. Some people just might find this too much on the knees to hold for too long. And if that's you, then come slowly out. But this posture here, the proper posture, is extremely good for your hips and your knees, your ankles and your feet. Long term moving forward is very, very good at keeping all the flexibility in these major joints. But if you find it really difficult to do, it's great to do with a cushion here or a couple of blocks. This is quite a big cushion in actual fact. But if you're quite comfortable sitting on the cushion and it's not too bad, you could probably hold this for a lot longer anyway, so your hips will get used to opening up and this posture. I just hold here. It's a great meditation seat as well, which also encourages you to keep a nice straight back. You don't sort of tend to collapse down, quite often doing a cross-legged position. Just take a few deep breaths. Well done. This is really good. Just relax. If you're struggling, come out slowly. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Slowly come forward, remove the cushion, and just slowly bring yourself around with your legs out in front. Now again, if you've held that in the original position without any assistance, you will need time. Your legs will need time just to allow the blood rush back into the feet. So it's a good time just to do another posture that I like to do, Dandasana, staff pose. Put my hands down the side. Okay, I do lift my knees so that I activate my legs. I engage my mula bandha, which is your pelvic floor, uddiyana bandha, that's stripped between belly button and pubic bone back towards the spine. Belly is still soft, chin to chest, gives a Jalahandra lock, Jalahandra bandha. Okay, and then I'm just breathing through. So it's actually very subtle all the way through the body, but it's extremely powerful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and relax. Well done. Take a deep breath in here, bring the feet together, come forward, Paschimottanasana. Oh, breathing through. How are you feeling, guys? You alright? I'm exposing my... I think I put the wrong sports bra on today. I should have put one that was a bit more colour coordinated. Apologies, folks. Okay, breathing through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back again. Okay, well done. Right, I want you to bring yourself now into cross-legged position. Alright, I'm going to give you a little bit of something called Nadi Shodhanam to end the practice today. So this is a really nice way to calm the mind and regulate the breath, and to also regulate the breath into each nostril. So we also, all through the day, we can have sometimes breathe more through our right and sometimes through our left. So we need to create the balance between the right and left hemisphere of the brain. And this is a really good way to centre your mind, okay? It's a really nice way to get yourself ready for meditation. If you choose to do some meditation and you're finding the monkey mind is just racing, because you have to concentrate quite deeply on what you're doing with the breath and your fingers, okay? So if we take the fingers of the thumb and the ring finger, okay? Now I want you to place them gently on your nostrils, obviously not closing the nostrils at the moment, but just so that you're ready to do so, okay? So, first of all what we're going to do is we're going to close the ring finger nostril down and take a deep breath in through the right nostril. Now, we're going to close the right nostril with our thumb and open up the ring finger nostril, the left nostril, to breathe out. Now we're going to stay there, we're going to keep that breath in the left nostril again. Close the left nostril with our ring finger, open up the right nostril, breathing out. Breathe again in through the right. Close the right, open the left, breathe out. Inhale through the left. Close the left, open the right, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close the thumb, open the left, breathe out. Inhale through the left again. Close the left, open the right, exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, open the left. And so on. Let's just do this for another couple of minutes or so. Inhale again to the left. another 2 or 3. Inhales, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, well done. And bring your hands down and just notice how you feel. Hopefully you'll feel a lot calmer because you've had to really concentrate on how you do the Nadi Shodhana breath. You've had to concentrate on moving your fingers as well as your opening and closing the nostril, as well as breathing in. It's an excellent tool to get into meditation. It's an excellent tool to calm the mind down, and it's an excellent tool to really bring the cortisol levels of stress hormone down in your body as well. Plus, when you breathe in now through both nostrils, you can really feel as if both are free. And you can probably feel a similar amount of air going through each nostril now into the brain, or into the body, obviously. Yeah? It's a really nice practice to do. Instant calm, apart from the dogs barking in the background. Okay, well done. One last little posture is to finish off the practice, okay? I want you to bring the legs out as wide as you can. Nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, take yourself down to the right. And that left arm over. Breathing through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale back up to the centre, and as you exhale, take yourself down to the other side, and again take yourself over just as far as you're able. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring yourself back up again. Bring the legs together. Well done, folks. That's a nice gentle practice for you. I hope you'll be ready for bed now, or it might just be a way just to gently waken up the body and get yourself ready for the day. We'll finish in the usual way. Remember, your Shavasana is a great thing to do now. If not, just hop into your bed and go to sleep. Fantastic. Hands together, we'll take a nice deep breath, and we'll finish the class as always. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Well done, everybody. Have a wonderful day, or have a wonderful sleep. See you next time.